Hi guys, welcome to another video. If you're new here, I call this channel Rika Yangu. I post videos about Switzerland and life in Switzerland as a black woman of living in Switzerland as a foreigner and a black woman. If you're new here, please subscribe. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. So, before I start, let me just give all the newcomers a time to subscribe. Then I will go on. Thank you. I really, really hope you did. Thanks very much. I appreciate it. So, guys, today is not one of those good videos. After 10 years, April will make it 10 years. And after 10 years working in the same place, I decided to resign. Yeah, so more or less, I will soon be jobless. It wasn't a planned thing. It wasn't anything. It was just, and that's just me. Sometimes I'm really compulsive. I hope that's the right word. So when I went to work, I knew I will be there next year. I knew I will be there after next year, or I thought. But yeah, things happen when you are employed. So something happened and I came home and I just wrote, I just sent my boss an email to say I resign. Then the next day, because here if you resign, you have to give them a letter personally or send it registered by post. So the first I did was send an email to say I resign. Then after that, I just sent a letter. And I was free the next 2 days. So when I went the third day, I was surprised. Everybody behaved as if nobody knew, as if the boss had not even told them. So I thought, I will also stay quiet. But still, then my direct boss told me she wanted to talk to me. Then I said, okay, let's do it later. Then she told me that the highest boss, told her to come and talk to me what the problem is. So I explained what the problem was, and then she was like, but you could have, why didn't you report this? Then I said, no, it's okay. It's okay. That's what I decided. So, as I said, I really had no plans to resign, especially given that I live in a village and I don't want to be driving into town and all that. And I was comfortable here. If you remember my old video, I worked just 7 minutes away from home. So I could walk there without a problem. Everything was okay, but there's no employment which is perfect. For example, in my working place, I was only working 40%, and I asked several times if they could get me more work, and they always said no. And okay, in my place, the place I work, they don't allow anyone to work 100%. They have always said they want us to give our best, so no one works 100%, but I really needed 60%, but they always said no. So there have been times in the past when I thought, I want to resign, but deep down I knew I'm not going anywhere. And another thing, I don't know how to say this, they pay very, very well. Oh, it's crazy, really. That's why I could manage to work 40% and still survive, because 40% working is not quite a lot, but they pay so well that with 40% more or less, you earn like somebody earning 60%. But there was a problem. Even with this 40%, you work, let's say half day or whatever, take a break and then go again, which I really didn't like it. It's like when you are working, it's like you are spending the whole day there, but you are just getting half day salary. So that was an issue I was having. Then there was, again, they pay very, very well, but that's just there. People who have been there 10 years, 15 years, they had never got their salary increased. They are working for the same amount they were working for 15 years ago, which still is very well and is still above the minimum wage, quite above the minimum wage, but they just don't increase the salary. It's even in December last year, 2022, when they wrote us a letter that they will be putting our salary up with with 1%, which was 1%. What will 1% do for me? Anyway, another thing is that, and this I had to sign when I signed my work contract. If I want to work in another place, for example, I think, oh, my 40% job is not enough, so I need to work in some other place. I have to ask them for permission if they agree for me to work in another place. So it was good, but some things were just, yeah, which is normal in any working place. Still, it was very well. For example, next month, March, I will only be working 2 days a month for the whole of March. Otherwise, I will just be free and still get my salary. So it was good in many ways. Or for example, this month, today is a 22nd, and I've only worked, I think, 3 or 4 days. I'm not sure, since the month started. So in a way, it had a lot of positives, and in a way not. So why did I resign? I've never really had this issue in the past, never. I've been here long enough, and as I said, I was there for 10 years. I've never really had this issue. I don't know the word in English. Bullying. Bullying. It was the first time I ever experienced this from a workmate. She's new. She started late last year. I work for a private company, so it's a very small company. I've never had a problem with anyone there. Yeah, I've had a problem twice, but that was something different. But this lady just kept going on and on and on. It was like, she's making me sick. I could burst. And this, she said to everyone and anyone who could listen. And I didn't even know how to react. Or I thought maybe they could have asked her what I'm doing wrong and whatever, but this is not their fight. So it is what it is, but she's a grown-up. If she felt I was I did something wrong to her or anything like that. She could have come to me and said, this is wrong or the problem is here. But it was just 2 days in a row. And it was just me and her working and nobody else. So I thought, I can't even go to the boss. And she has just, anyone who passed, she was like, oh, I could burst. Oh, I'm so angry. Then it's sluggish. When somebody tell you something like that, you will ask them, what's the problem? Then it was, don't you see? She's pointing at me and I felt so low. I felt so defeated. And the problem is that I honestly did not know what was wrong. So I came home, thought it over, and I felt she has just shown everyone that they can bully me. She has just shown everyone that it's okay to behave in such a way. And then I just thought, no, I can't go on like this. What about if the next person starts and the other person? Then I just felt, I really felt, I felt defeated. So, if she could have had her crazy moments with me directly, then I could have been totally okay, really. Then there was not a problem for me. Then it could have been, okay, let's deal with it. What do you want me to do? And stuff like that. But she had a problem with me personally, but she could not tell me. She just told everyone and anyone who could listen, anyone who passed, oh, I could burst. Oh, I could scream. Oh, I could explode. Then they will ask, what's the problem? Her, she, I'm having, and oh God, I felt so defeated and so, I've never really experienced that, and it was not fair. Then I thought, I can't sit there and cry. And number two, this was just a coward who, she said and pointed to me without even facing me directly and saying, you did this. Then I thought, if she can't even do that, then if I try to ask, she will say it's not true. She will say she didn't say it. So it could have been, okay, I'm calling this person and who you talk to. So I felt I'm bigger than that. So I came home. I was so angry, so really, really hurt. And yeah, I decided to resign. So, as I said, my boss asked, he sent my direct boss, our manager, sent my direct boss to ask me what was the problem. And this is really how I explained to her. I said, I don't have a problem if somebody say to me, I'm doing something wrong. That's totally okay. We can't all be perfect. And I don't have a problem if somebody say to her or anyone who work in our section that I made a mistake, then they can say, you did this wrong, you can correct it. But just telling any Hans Peter who will pass there that she's angry at me and all that, that was really below the belt. And honest, I just felt I'm bigger than that. Otherwise, I could have taken out my uniform immediately and gone home. If, how can I say, if it was the boss, I could have immediately taken my things and gone home. But she's an employee like me. She just came in, so I thought, I respect the work and that's why I'm here. If she have a problem with me and she can't even face me and tell me this and that is the problem, then I did my best. I worked the 2 days feeling low and beaten, and Then, yeah, so I resigned. How do I feel about it? I really don't know. I really don't know. Because I live in a village, and living in a village, it is very hard to find a job because I'm not planning to move into any town or things like that. And as I said, my work is, it was good in a way. Where else will you work 2 days in a month and still get a full month salary? Or where you will work 5 days in a month and still get a full month salary? So there was negatives and positives, but the positives were really more than the negatives. But this they I couldn't take it, and as I said, it was one person, so there is a way to arrange so that we never have to work together again. But what bothered me the most is that she told everyone, each and everyone who could listen, she told that I'm making her crazy, I'm making her whatever. So I thought she has shown these people that I can be bullied. We can all be bullies, but we try to behave our best. But she had shown these people that she can behave her worst, and I accepted it. So what will I do if they also start to do it? Remember, I've never looked at it that way, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm the only African working there. Um, I don't know how many people are there, but I'm the only African there. All my workmates are Swiss and all that. So I thought, okay, she has shown these people that she could bully me. What about if they start on their own? Because they saw me accept the last one. They saw me accept her bullying me. So I just thought, I just can't take this. And I resigned, which is, it was not really the best thing to do, but yeah, it is what it is. So, how do I expect to survive? We have a very good system in Switzerland, and oh, thank God for that. I love my life here. We have a very good system here in Switzerland, so I will be leaving my work on 30th May. That will be my last working day. And as from 1st June, our labor office will be paying me 70% of my last salary. Now, this is the problem of having have worked so little, because I had small salary, and it will be reduced more, but it's still okay. So they will take 30% of my last salary and pay me 70% for the next 2 years. So it means that for the next 2 years, even if I don't find a job, I will still have an income, which is, I find it really brilliant. Because it means that even if we are jobless, you will not end up on the street because you can't pay your rent or you can't pay your insurance and such stuff. The government takes care of it very well. So in the meantime, I thought, anyway, that was already there even before I decided to resign. I had already made up my mind that in March, I was going to visit my family, because as I said, in March, I will only be working 2 days. So I had already decided to go visit my family in March, and yeah, that's what I will do. I will go to Kenya, visit my family for a while. Then when I get up, I will have when I get back, I will have fresh energy and fresh motivation to look for a new job. Because I also thought, okay, now I've stopped my job. which will end in 30th May. What about if I find a new job before I go? And most employers here will not give you a vacation before 6 months, and then the 6 months, it will be in December, and most employers here do not accept December holidays. So I just thought, okay, I will use this time which I had free anyway, go visit my family, come back, settle down, and look for a new job. If I don't find a job for the next 2 years, that will still be okay. I will be getting the 70% of my last salary from the government for the next 2 years, and this gives you really enough time to find a new job. My only worry is there are no jobs in this area. Really, it's really a village. It used to be there used to be a lot of watch manufacturing companies here, but they moved. So it's really, really difficult to find a job in this area, and that is what's really worrying me, because if I had a choice, I don't want to be driving to Bern every day, or to Alton, or to whichever place. That's not exactly what I want. Or for example, my husband works not too far away, but he leaves home. He starts work at 6, so he leaves home at I think 5:15 or 5. That's not something I really, really wanted. So, but it is what it is. Employment is hard. Things come between, so I just have to accept it. But I just couldn't accept to be bullied by another employee. And I was worried that the others may feel it's okay to do that. So that's why I decided to resign. And yeah, it is what it is. Am I sorry? In a way, yes. In a way, no. I'm happy to look for new opportunities. I'm a qualified um, beauty therapist. I even had a beauty salon in Zurich, but that's not something I want really. And I already sold everything that I needed for work, and it is quite a lot of investment money which I don't have. So, and I also don't want the responsibility really. I just want to take things easy. That's why I told you I was totally okay working 50%. So guys, that was that. I really thank you so much for your time. Please subscribe. If you have any question, leave me a message below. If you like, please share my video. It will really help me out, and I will really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time, and let's talk next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.